Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Spirit Box Weekly. We got some people in the chat, and yeah, I see we got this new mode. It says we're gaming, YouTube gaming, so we can go in the night mode, so you guys can have it so it's a black screen and all that jazz. It's kind of cool. I have no idea why it's like that, but hey, that's interesting. Yeah, we're gonna be testing out the Spiritus application. We tested that out a couple weeks ago, and as I said last night with the Loving Whispers episode, I want to apologize. Last weekend we tried to stream our investigation, and we were having monstrous issues with Wi-Fi. But it did, and you got bits and pieces here and there. But I wanted better. So I mean, I think going forward, if we're gonna try to do it, I got to get my own hotspot and all that jazz, and stop trying to rely on the location's Wi-Fi. You know, some of them just aren't gonna cut it. But I'd like to welcome everybody in. Thank you everybody for being in here, and let's continue with our tests with the Spiritus. I've seen a lot of great footage out there for people that are using this, and I definitely want to try this out and see what we can get with it. And I actually, after our investigation last week, used the EchoVox, as you can see is on there, the EchoVox 2.0, the Classic, and the EchoVox 3, and the Spiritus. And we were getting some decent stuff actually in my backyard, just kind of chit-chatting, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on, and let's see what we can get. If anybody's wondering, that's a water bottle. There we are. But let me go ahead and click there. I can honestly say I haven't had soda in like 3 months. It's just been trying to. I used to be a fanatic with Mountain Dew, and I've been drinking water and tea. That's pretty much all I've been drinking. The soda, I was getting headaches and things like that. The Mountain Dew yellow will give you headaches. There's a certain dye in there that gives people headaches. So I kind of said, let's go water and tea, and that's all I've been drinking. About, yeah, going on almost 3 months. All right, so I really I thought we were getting better stuff when we did the channel switching. We did a thorough walkthrough of this last week, going through each channel to see kind of what would happen, and going through each effect, seeing what would happen. So I think let's just truck into this. It does have this nifty thing. If I click here, it's going to go into this visualization, and it's kind of cool. You know, it's pretty interesting. But again, it's an application. I'm not sure if images can come through with this, but it is definitely an interesting aspect to the application. So I did want to showcase that as well. You can kind of see, it gives you a very interesting image on your screen. It's very like smoke / fire. But yeah, I'm gonna click back on this. I think. Yeah, there you go. You click off on the right hand side, it'll bring it back to your main. But I'm gonna go ahead and click channel, which is gonna sweep all the channels, and I'm gonna go ahead and click FX, and that'll rotate through all the effects. You do have the ambient audio. There's that. There's also a dark audio. There's that. And then you can turn on visualization, which is like the stuff that's popping down, the smoke, things like that. But I think let's leave it on. Let's leave it on. Let's leave it right where it is, and let's see what happens. I think that, yeah, you guys should have a good view of it right there, I think. And if you see the screen moving, it's actually the screen is moving. It randomly does move as you're using it. It got me the first time. And there's Judy, Ed, Chris, Doppel, Pumpkinhead. I believe I saw Southern in here as well. Yeah. I see a bunch of people in here. I appreciate everybody being in here. Now, if there's any individuals that would like to try to communicate, my name is Dominic, and we're testing out a new spirit communication device. Let me make sure the audio is up on this. Yep, she's up. There we go.
Huh?
Now, if possible, could anybody let us know what their name is? And what brought you here? What brought you to come and try to chat with us?
Yeah.
With the Phasm box and things like that, and then we do. Oh, I just had a peekage right there. I just saw it on the screen. If you guys are buffering at all, if you guys are buffering, if you guys can hear me, if buffering, refresh. There we go. Yeah, I saw a loss of connection because actually, as we're doing this, and I could try to show you, I guess. I'm not sure how well it's gonna show for you. Not very actually. Screen's really bright. As you can see, that's the screen I see as we're doing the show. So I'm looking at us. This is us. And on the right hand side, there's a little green bar. You should be able to see the green bar. If the connection is good, it will show full green bars. And if the connection dips down, it will actually it'll go to yellow or orange or whatever color it is. But the program that I'm using is Wirecast. It's what I've been using from day one when doing our content. I like all the different things. All the different things you can do with it. You can really do a remote desktop. You can do a lot of different things with it. It's pretty cool. Paranormal intermission. It's nice to see you, Zazel. I thought I saw another one in there. Oh yeah, Phil. Phil, it's good seeing you. Now, any individuals? Again, this is a spirit test. The easiest way to try to communicate is by speaking into that speaker where you see the LED lights. Try to talk into that.
Wait. Hang on.
Zach.
God, I mean, how long is
Zach.
Zach.
Eight.
New.
Steve W. Steve W to Steve W. Starry, it's good seeing you. Say hello. Hello. Yes. Should know better. I'm gonna jump in, and I'm gonna be jumping on some subjects tonight that I'm sure a lot of us are thinking about. There's been a bunch of people that have been leaving the field. Brought this up last night, And one of the most notable people in the field that's done spirit communication. It's been an inspiration for a lot of people, and some people disagree with him. I've had my indifferences on some of his philosophies, but nonetheless, the dude was an inspiration. Spirits and individuals within communication. There was an individual that was kind of a pioneer with pushing spirit communication. And he quit. He quit this week. His name was Steve Huff. Can you elaborate on? Can you tell your side of the story? We all know his side of the story, but can you tell your side of the story? As I said, I mean, I've had my indifferences, and I'll put it in the capacity of I don't think. Give me 1 second. I don't think talking to celebrities is as easy as some of the stuff you put out there. And the reason I say that is to say, and I've said this in other shows, but and this is my biggest conundrum, was when David Bowie dies, when Prince dies, when any celebrity dies, they're on the radio. They're talking about it on the radio for 48 hours, for 3 days, for 4 days, something like that. So the probability of catching their name, catching information about them in those first 48 hours to 72 hours, the probability, and logically in my head, is going to be like 1,000%. You know what I mean? You're going to be capturing stuff like that all the time. But if you really want to do like a celebrity spirit communication, if you're able to, do it a month, do it 2 months, do it 3 months, 4 months after the fact. And in anybody else's mind, I think that'll give them a little more validation. And I honestly I can't, I will never say ever that he doesn't do spirit communication, because we've captured during our sessions Ava, and Ava was one of the spirits that used to talk with him. Now, I mean no hostility, I mean no negativity. I'm just curious, what is your side of the story with Huff? Do you feel okay that he made the choice that he did? Do you miss? Do you miss him? Do you miss the communication he tried to do with you?
May and
And I come in love and peace and all that good stuff. I mean no harm is basically the best way to put it. Early on, we tried contacting Kurt Cobain, and we used to do Elvis Presley, John Wayne, numerous individuals. And Kurt Cobain, that was interesting. He got his daughter's name. So I mean, there is that possibility. But the other side of it is I've had numerous discussions with people about spirit communication, and I've done interviews, things like that, with other people on radio stations, and talking to other people. And I'd love everybody's opinion on this as well. But with a lot of us using logic, using relevancy, I think we're gonna progress ourselves farther with the spirit communication. To jump immediately on thinking we heard a word, heard a name, things like that. Our mind is going to create those things with pareidolia. But I mean, for instance, if I say, "Hello, everybody. This is Dom." And if you are able to, could you say your name? Just one of your names. And if we get a name right now. Let's see. Okay. I believe I heard a name. I'd love to see what everybody else heard as a name, just to see. And spirits, if you're able to, could you repeat that name again? I believe it started with an M.
Bye.
Mike. He and my and the
I thought I heard Mike, then I thought I heard Mark, and then I thought I heard Mike. Okay, so all of us heard Mike. That's good. So and that's a lot of people may ask, and I've been asked this on a lot of times with a lot of the interviews and different, people just asking, why do you do this? Why do these YouTube things like that? I don't make any money for this, not at all. And for this experience, for us doing the spirit communication, you guys are listening to this, I'm listening to this, and we're hearing these things, and by you guys in the chat, by me doing this live, we're revalidating what we're hearing. As long as we can do it in a practical mannerism of like, oh, I heard Mike, and then all of a sudden, I had already said Mike. I'm 30 seconds ahead of you guys, so you guys typed Mike before, or I said Mike before you guys even typed Mike. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. So a lot of us heard Mike. Are you new here, Mike? I don't remember hearing your name before.
Was sure.
Now, if you're new here, just to give you a little lesson with using this, with any spirit communication, just the things I've learned. Try to speak as loud as you can. Try to speak as loud as you can, and try to talk as slowly as you can, and we will be able to hear you a lot better. A lot better. Derek, thanks for being in here. It's good to see you, buddy. And Mike, do you have a last name?
Sure.
Up.
as it
And if you guys have any questions in the chat, feel free to type those in the chat. I'd be happy to ask any questions for you as well. Azazel, thank you as always for your transcribing of what you're hearing. I do appreciate that. Now we were chatting about Huff. We were chatting about he left the field. We were trying to find out about how you guys felt about that, or how it played out for you guys. Trying to think of another good question with it. How did you feel? How did you feel about the progress he was making? And then another question I'm seeing coming through the chat. Excellent question from Phil. How old are you, Mike?
Train.
I think honestly with this, I think listening back and slowing it down is gonna give some good. It's gonna give some good responses. I always forget about Halloween, honestly. I've actually said it in the past. I mean, Halloween's interesting, but I think honestly, for if you guys ever want to do the greatest spirit communication, start doing it from Thanksgiving to Christmas. I think that is like the strongest time period, because I think they're filled with love, they're filled with happiness, and anxious about the holidays, but family is very oriented within that time period, and just some of the communication from Thanksgiving to Christmas that I've gotten in the past is absolutely astounding. Listen. Okay. What's up?
And
Hey, Dom.
Dad.
I felt like somebody was trying to come through. I thought I heard some stuff coming at me.
Wait.
Wait. Right now?
now,
No. That was interesting.
but
Can you guys do me a huge favor? Because I've heard it with everybody else. And we do have the great honor of having him in here. We got Phil in here. We got Philip in here. He's the founder of the ITC collaboration. Can you say hello, Philip? I'm not hearing the whispering, actually.
Off.
What?
Flash. And I see a question in the chat, and I'm gonna go ahead and ask this. Do the spirits, do the individuals we're communicating with, do you think that Huff got derailed by too much exposure or too much fame, things like that. And Azazel's asking a tough one for me. Spirits and individuals within communication. Can angels die? Yeah, he was an inspiration in the field. We're all very curious of these questions, I think, so figured I'd ask him. He had some people that didn't like him. He had some people that did. But nonetheless, the dude did push spirit communication. Is like this this application, this device.
This is. Oh, you did.
What?
That is what was referenced in what he said when he was leaving. I by no means would like to try to talk to the dark side of things, or things like that. And maybe we are. That's something to figure out. But we have a question in our chat, and Steve said that he was told that he was talking to dark individuals. He's talking to the damned, to the forsaken, or to demons and so forth. It was hollow. Now, when somebody refers to you guys as the forsaken, as the damned, as the lost, things like that, yeah.
Yep.
I don't agree with that terminology personally, but we're all trying to learn. You can surely a lot of that information you can find on his channel. He did have one last video he put out, or I should say, the whole paranormal put out. Alright, I'm gonna leave this going. I'm gonna leave the room. I'm gonna see if I can grab that one.
Yeah.
I thought that was fantastic the last time. Try to do this. As long as the batteries work.
Dalek.
Or they don't.
Like.
Trying to think if I have any other batteries I can instigate with this. Three. Alright.
What?
Hello? Stay? Well, this is gonna be interesting. I can't see how this works. Nope, wrong one.
Right.
Hello? Nope, there we go. Alright. Leave that right there. Let's try that. Can you guys hear me? Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Okay. We're gonna leave that there. We did this the last time we did our session, and it seemed to work out pretty well. We seemed to get some pretty good responses. We're gonna try to do this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the room. I'm gonna be using this walkie-talkie to try to communicate within the room. And I'll be able to communicate with you guys through my cell phone through chat. Let's try this. Usually I had a grid pen in here, but I'm just gonna turn it dark. It's completely dark. You can see in the room right now. Bye. Now it's dark.
Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. That's me walking back up.
I just opened the door just to let you guys know. There we go.
Testing this out. I think using a walkie-talkie could be a potential new form of communicating with you guys.
You.
Yeah.
Do you possibly remember your name?
Why?
It's loud.
Who's did
What? Are you on the set?
Well, that's very interesting. I've been playing more music, actually. We have a lot of sound stuff in the other room. Sarah. Everybody's hearing a Sarah.
Don't.
Welcome to walk across the screen if you'd like to. I don't expect you to, but if you'd like to, you can. What I have in the room, it's known as a grid pen. The grid pen will give you little lasers across your room. And if something walks in front of it or something walks across it, you should see a shadow in front of it because the lights will be dimmed out.
It's on.
over? Sir. And Jack.
That's very loud.
And I can't see if you guys have any questions. I will ask them. Feel free to type those in the chat if you'd like to. Keith, it's good to see you.
God, I mean, it's long.
The E.
That's not.
And thank you, Ed, for that. Again, if you guys would like to, please feel free to like and share. Also, if you have any ideas on things you'd like us to try, let us know.
Well.
And the have been in
let's try it again.
on. Not a second.
1, 2, 3, check. 1, 2, 3. If you're able to hear me, can you repeat that? Can you say check? 1, 2, 3.
You should home there.
Sit.
That was it.
Fourth. What?
Sarah, are you here? Are you able to communicate?
Oh shit.
One.
Hi, Doc. You know.
Alright, I'm coming up right now.
Youth.
Wait.
Bill, Pumpkinhead Paranormal. The only time I've ever seen that happen with a grid pen was actually Ghost Miners. I think it was Ghost Miners. It was a show on, I believe it was Sci-Fi or Destination America. It's quite a while ago. They're investigating. Personally, I haven't had that happen yet. I'm back up here. How you guys doing? So we got Mike, Sarah, Linda. Mike, Sarah, Linda.
Hey.
One.
Zimon.
I have no affiliation. I have no sponsorship for saying this, but probably the best show I ever watched for paranormal stuff was Ghost Lab. That was by far one of my absolute favorites. They're very very good in the aspect. Even if they didn't capture anything, they showed that they didn't capture anything. And you know, that's what I want to see. Mike, okay. Now, Mike, what's your last name, sir? If you don't mind me asking. Are you from around this area?
Forms.
To see.
Nice. By
You can go ahead and turn off these walkie-talkies.
No.
This house? This fool.
Ten.
Blaze Paranormal, Shirley. I do apologize if I'm butchering this. Lalix? Lalix, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Thank you guys for coming in here as well. And again, any questions are always welcome. Love, peace. Seeing if I'm missing anybody. I just want to give shout outs to everybody that I'm seeing pop in here.
Stop. Yes.
This is live on YouTube. We have people that are chatting, and they're able to view this as we're doing this. So if I miss something, they're gonna hear it. If I hear it, they can revalidate it, or I can revalidate it for them if they heard it. Steve, thanks for being in here too. Paranormal intermission. Now, what is your BPG as well? What is your favorite thing to talk about? What is your favorite topic to actually talk about? Some of us out in the field, we like talking about aliens. We like talking about theology. We like talking about mythology. Science, things like that. I'm a tech guy. I do tech stuff. Computers and electronics, things like that. Also into music and things like that as well. Did you have a favorite? You have a favorite style of music you like listening to? And that noise a second ago, that was my air conditioner, which is behind me. It like made a. That was what that was. Just to call it out for you guys. I think it's done about four times throughout the session. Now, any individuals, are you actually in the room with me, or are we talking? Are we talking on another level?
I was watching.
Shoot.
No, I don't. I don't see you. And that's, it's up to you. What do you think of my camera system over there? Do you like this thing? It's kind of interesting, right? It's my little camcorder. If I turn this baby around, it gives me illumination. It also has a temperature gauge, which spits out over here. And then if I go like that, it'll give me more illumination in the room. As you can see, it's full on night vision. It's a heavy little bugger, but I love this rig. This is one of my favorite rigs. I even have a quick release plate for the camera to make it easier to take it out. What do you think of this? Does this thing freak you out? Does this look weird? Very weird to you?
deep, deep.
Excellent question. I love it. This is Starry. Spirits and individuals, when you're trying to communicate, how do you maintain your energy, or how do you get more energy to come through? And yes, I do have dolls as well. I have haunted dolls. At least a few of them are. I can try to go like that. I don't know if you guys can see them too well. That would be... should be right there. I can't really... I'd have to get a flashlight. Yeah, I'd have to get a flashlight to show you. Which I have right here. Kind of see them right there. We've shown them in the Loving Whispers session as well. Go back to the device. You know, I'm just showing that stuff. You know, I'm a real person. I'm not just doing this for anything. You know what I mean? I'm just doing this because we're all curious. How can we give you more energy? Then another question that's coming up is how can we see you? Do we have to focus to do that? And I have there's Grover the teddy bear. Annie is Anna Green Gables, that doll, and then Martina is the one next to that. And I've actually, through Spirit Box sessions, gotten the name Grover, gotten the name Annie, and I've gotten the name Martina.
Brock.
Brad? Rod? Mick? Yeah, that was Grover coming through. That was interesting. Great question. Great as well. That's interesting. Do crystals help give spirits energy or help them communicate? A lot of people are using copper wire and things like that to try to loop around their speakers. Does that do anything? Does that help? Does that help you guys? Are you able to still get out and enjoy music? Do you get to listen to music? If I was to learn a song on guitar, and you were able to hear it, what song would that be? What song would you like to see me try to play for you?
Yep.
Phil. Yeah.
What song would that be? Hippie, it's good to see you as well.
Yep.
Well, I would like to try to thank you. I heard Phil as well. I would like to thank you for taking your time this evening and trying to communicate with us. And we will be back trying to do more spirit communication. And don't forget to try to chat with others. I know Love Peace. She does spirit communication. Bill Perry with Pumpkinhead Paranormal. He does spirit communication as well. And there's numerous individuals that do. I'm sure actually even some of the newcomers, Blaze and Paranormal Intermission, you guys probably do as well. And don't forget to check out each other's channels, check out one another. And Donna, it's great to see you in here. And I'd like to again thank you for trying to communicate with us. I felt we had some good responses tonight. I felt we got some pretty good connection. Would you guys like to say goodbye before we end our session? Bleeding Kansas Paranormal as well, and Chris V. Don't forget to check out their stuff. They got some good stuff out there too. So I'm going to turn this off in probably about 20 seconds. I'd like to give you your opportunity to try to say goodbye if you'd like to. And again, everybody, don't forget with Phil, if you're on Facebook and you love spirit communication, check out the ITC collaboration. It's got some great people in there, very respectful and passionate about spirit communication. So if you're on Facebook, definitely check that out. Also, if you'd like to follow us on Facebook, follow us at Upstate Supernatural. We do have upcoming events. We have a public investigation we're hosting in October, and we have a Supernatural Expo. This will be our 4th. That we're hosting the same day as the investigation. It's October 14th. And be happy to see you guys there. The expo itself is free. Free for any individuals to stop down. There's no cost to get into it. And I'm going to go ahead and actually turn this off. And again, the expo itself is free for anybody to attend. And if you're a team and you'd like to get a table, it's $30 for the table, and all the proceeds from the event are going to the Chapel House homeless shelter. We gave to them last year and in the spring, and we're going to be doing it this fall. And it's helping out a good cause. So it's helping out, anybody that's homeless, anybody trying to find a place to live. So that's, a huge thing for us. We're happy to be able to help them and do things like that. And that's October 14th, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. in Auburn, New York at the Finger Lakes Mall, the Haunted Mall. And then after that expo, we're going to be hosting a public investigation. It's about 4 hours long. We'll take people through. If you've never investigated, we'll show you how to kind of do some of the tips and tricks with doing that. And then after that, We just probably about 45 minutes into it, we say, okay, you guys can go on your own and kind of go where you'd like to. So we kind of open it up to, let people free roam. I think that's the best way for you to experience things on your own and things yourself, is really by putting yourself out there. But you can find all that information right on Facebook. We have event pages for that. It's right on our Facebook page, Upstate at Upstate Supernatural on Facebook, and it's on our website, upstatesupernatural.com. But again, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget our Thursday show. We do Loving Whispers. We did change the time. It's now 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. And then our next show after that would be Spirit Box Weekly, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Fridays. So everybody have a beautiful night. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'm actually going to get off. I'm going to start jamming a little bit on guitar. Just got some new pedals and stuff to try to mess around with. So I'm going to try to make some ballads. But everybody have a beautiful night. And if the spirits are talking, I really think it's time we listen. Have a great night, everybody.